Bombshell, Candace just uncovered Erika Kirk's secret early years and is wilder than anyone expected. Was Erika born a male? I'm not proud of this, but to all the kids out there, especially anybody 30 and under, that's how we used to look in the 90s. It is. That's how we used to look in the 90s. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. We not proud of it. For people who weren't alive in the 1990s, the pixie cut in many forms was very popular for women and girls.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You gonna do a short haircut post from the 90s and don't put Halle Berry? Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Hasn't America suffered enough? The fun's not infectious, and the guests are a nightmare. And 2 hours of Melania feels like pure, endless hell. Hey, you know what? I'm a man of the people anyway. No, go to Rotten Tomatoes. I'd rather rewatch January 6th. Honestly, I'll be surprised if they didn't put a stage play together. I'm sure that's coming to the Kennedy Center soon. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have trouble sleeping to this day.
To this day. To this day.
Because of the smell of the unsold Melania Doc DVDs lying all across the destroyed East Wing of the White House. I can't do it. I can't do it. They want to do another right-wing MAGA movie, this time about Erika Kirk, as if the AI slop we saw at the State of the Union wasn't bad enough.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin. And martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erika, is with us tonight. Erika, please stand.
She's already standing. Oh my God.
Let's all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under...
AI done gone too far. They have. But I tell you this, they at least would have the decency not to make what the Daily Wire just dropped. Jonathan Majors and Zachary Levi will star as twins in a new action film for the Daily Wire, described as anti-woke sinners. Take him to jail. Take him to jail. We, on behalf of the black community, we would like to retroactively change our uniform stance with regards to Jonathan Majors. Anti-woke sinners. I tell you this, if somebody scream ends when they presenting at an award show, you know what I mean? I'm gonna adopt the Black MAGA stance on the monkey memes. That's what I'm gonna be.
African-American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Huh? Give it a chance. Fine.
President Trump says that Kirk has died after he was shot from a nearby building.
After being shot at Utah Valley University.
The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
I'm out. No, I see what it's. I see like a bad relationship. You start seeing them red flags within the first 90 days. You know exactly what it. You said this is Candace Owens? Candace Owens did this? Okay, I want to see where this gonna go.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
That young man, I forgive him.
Take your time.
Erika Kirk has been named the new CEO of
Merch. Hats.
Check it out. Dang!
We have 50,000 plus hat orders.
Nobody knows why she's out there in a glittering pantsuit in a recreated tent that her husband tragically was murdered in, throwing merch out.
I knew it. I knew it. I see you, Candace. Let them fight. Let them fight. They ain't got it out their system.
Everyone grieves differently, so if someone's acting weird, don't read into that.
Zionists, the Prime Minister of Israel, all lied through their teeth.
Oh man, hey.
Was in Constanta, the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
Weird conversations to have with a 15-year-old. Nasty.
$8.6 million to their own shell company. What is going on?
We have nothing to hide. My aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
Oh snap! It's a whole series. They doing a whole series. Now hold on one second. Hey, Turning Point USA. Hey, y'all gonna take a whole series on the channel? Well, y'all better do something, and it better be better than that halftime show. Vindicated. This morning I said there was a coordinated attack against Candace Owens over her Erika Kirk investigation. Now a leaked TPUSA email confirms it, laying out the smear campaign and even scripting the talking points. They were told to call her evil and demonic, and right on cue, clowns like Dan Bongino parroted it word for word. These people are too stupid to think for themselves. They need Erika Kirk to do it for them. Wow, this is a whole email. Urgent, shut down Candace's latest smear. Action needed tonight. Evil, demonic, and demon. I mean, they're not gonna be that transparent about it to all just be using the same words. Hey, you got screenshots? I'm convinced Candace is a demon, just so you know, is pure evil, demon. Wow. Are we sure these ain't still the bots? Are we sure these ain't still the bots from halftime show? Cause even the bots would have changed something. They wouldn't have gone out like this. You could do a simple search on X for this.
I think that
y'all put as much effort into this as the FBI put into those messages sent between Tyler Robinson and his roommate. Are we still going with trans, or did y'all drop that? This report examines a coordinated online campaign on X targeting Candace Owens in response to her announcement of the investigative series Bride of Charlie, which scrutinizes Erika Kirk, widow of the assassinated conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Based on an exhaustive search of X posts using advanced keyword and semantic queries, we identified over 50 individual accounts posting content that mirrors the exemplar provided, a post by Robbie Starbuck criticizing Owens for dishonoring Charlie's memory and defending Erika Kirk. Hey, name names. Now we got the messages, name names.
Hi girl, I'm Bonita Betrell. I've been here all my life. I know everybody in this neighborhood. Yeah girl, there's some fine people in this neighborhood. There's a lot of trash too, but I ain't one to gossip.
A list of influencers who were paid to smear Candace Owens and call her a demon has been released. Wow, we got Dana Lash, Laura Loomer, Steve Deese, Rubin, Ben Shapiro, Dan Bongino, Gunther Eagleman, Cat Turd, Jordan Wells. Ain't that the same dude who got ate up in the Jubilee debate? Well, good for him for integrating the grift. I ain't mad at it. Hey, get your money. Get your money. And you too, Morgan Ariel, don't think I didn't recognize your name from the trad wife fiasco from last year. By the way, how's that Sarah Stock doing? Might have to circle back around to that one. I can't believe that not only would this report be able to locate these people immediately, they all got the same messages. I mean, really, like, what was the thought process? That would be like sitting in a closed hearing and sending out photos that get attributed right back to you with the watermark of the person who posted them. It would be kind of like that. Benny Johnson almost derailed Hillary's testimony by posting a photo Lauren Boebert sent him. Why is a member of Congress sending unauthorized pictures to a paid Russian asset? Got his watermark all over it and was sure to put photo provided by Rep. Lauren Boebert. Hey, Lauren Boebert, it's looking bad. He put your name right on the post. He shouldn't have did. Yep. Well, you gonna have to say something.
Hi, Representative Boebert. Can you talk to us about why you sent that picture? I just returned to my hotel room and installed the BleachBit software. I took a camera to my iPad, so I guess in regards to photos, I do not recall.
I don't recall from an elected official taking photos in a closed hearing and leaking them to right-wing podcasters. The best that I can say, it's Lauren Boebert, so she really might not recall, if we're being honest. She really, you remember the theater thing and how that went. She really might not recall. We're gonna have to change the saying from memory of a goldfish to a Boebert. Remember, she was just on television talking about the 10 Commandments the same weekend her son got arrested. You know what I mean? Well, that's so Boebert.
Are you gonna see a Broadway show while you're here?
Well done. That was good. That was good. Make sure you videotape whatever show she goes see. Make sure there's footage. I don't need what's going on stage. Just turn it on the patrons. Yeah, that's definitely what we need. That's how easy it was to put this together, TPUSA. That it was that transparent. All of this.
So in case you guys weren't aware, Candace Owens just dropped a new series on Erika Kirk called Becoming the Wife of Charlie Kirk, I believe is the title of it, or The Wife of Charlie Kirk. And it's going mega viral right now, 2.5 million views. This film or this series being released is what led to the coordinated attacks where we had Dan Bongino calling for physical violence against Candace Owens, claiming that Candace Owens should be tortured in hell, and she should basically go through and experience what the Epstein victims experienced. That's what Dan Bongino was wishing upon Candace Owens. And then, like in some coordinated CNN fashion, the fake news talking points, we had the entire conservative media, all of the cucked White House water boys that are absolute warmongering neocons, love Israel, thinks that the Jews are God's chosen people. They all, in a coordinated effort, simultaneously attacked Candace Owens with almost the identical script. Well, Dan Bongino just doubled down on that. So since he's doubling down, we might as well double down and make a nice little promo for Candace Owens. Make sure you guys go over there. I'm going to leave links to the series right below here. So go over there and watch it. Let me know if your opinion on this whole Charlie Kirk assassination changes once you start to really realize who Erika Kirk was. Check this out.
A bunch of assholes and losers today. I don't like what she wore. She didn't cry enough. She cried too much. The angle of her chin was off. She should have done this. Really? Was your husband shot in the neck? How did you respond, you fucking piece of shit?
How did you respond to that, Dan Bongino? How did you respond to that? At the FBI? Oh, that's right. Y'all couldn't because y'all didn't have no jets available. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Dan Bongino? Uh-huh. You know what I mean? They set them up, you just knock them down. That's all it is. Who's that? Al Green. Al Green. We good. We don't need your. We letting them fight. We don't need your defense. We letting them fight. And they called her a demon, not an ape.
And I think, unfortunately, these other people, they're just blowing it. They are playing right into Candace's hands because they just fucking blow it every time. There's obviously some kind of influenceable campaign or something like that went out the other day because they all have the same talking point. That much is obvious. And Candace Owens rightly pointed this out and said these people are all using the same talking points, and it's so, the way they're talking about it's insane. So the only good news is they're just eating each other, and I like to see that.
That's called let them fight. That's what that's called. That's called let them fight. Nick Fuentes.
Candace Owens is just doing damage to the conservative movement, and I kind of live for that. I don't appreciate the fact that she's not doing it with a ton of integrity, but she's fighting a lot of people that screwed me over. I say that's your just desserts. She's eating Daily Wire's lunch. She's eating Turning Point's lunch. I'm not complaining. And I think they're taking the piss out of her. So I say, let him have it. I'm actually, for once, grateful to sit this one out and just eat some popcorn, you know? But I will say, she's even making me feel bad for Erika Kirk. And I said, I was one of the first people to say, even before Candace, before anybody, I was one of the first people to say, I think Erika and Charlie were in an arranged marriage. Turning Point's clearly corrupt.
Now, in Nick Fuentes' defense, yes, he is racist. And apparently a virgin too, but that's not what I was going to defend. He was right out on the front calling out Erika Kirk. But he certainly was far from the last, which is my question at TPUSA, is you have focused on Candace Owens, who certainly has been a leader in this push to discredit TPUSA. But if it wasn't her, it was going to be somebody else. We all have eyes.
I don't know why you would waste your time saying somebody deserves to be publicly executed.
You know what? I want to watch that execution. That'll make my day better. I mean, Nicki Minaj. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nicki Minaj.
And then going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever.
Own up to your bullshit.
I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
Which raises the question that I have for TPUSA as well as for the influencers that have reflexively attacked Candace and pushed the narrative of discrediting Charlie's memory. I'm sure you copied those tweets and those posts from when they pushed to censor speech in the aftermath of his death, right? Right. Since we talking about Sully and Charlie's memory, I'm sure those posts about this were also pulled from your violent objection to that, right? Here's the weird thing, right? Because we all have like friends and family and, you know, they get booed up and they take it personal if you have an issue with their chosen situationship partner. But where is the line between disrespect and protection? Because if any attack on Erika Kirk is by definition an attack on Charlie Kirk, then there's no way to protect Charlie Kirk from Erika Kirk. And there's a whole industry of crime shows driven by the fundamental distrust that can emerge from within a relationship. I mean, that's kept oxygen off the ground. Yeah. How many snap seasons they got? 30, 40? I'm telling you, he ain't no good. Don't you disrespect me by criticizing my husband who threatened me on the daily, even in front of public. Don't disrespect me like that. You know what I mean? What is the line? Because y'all have all of the smoke for protecting Erika Kirk that you should have had for excoriating the FBI for their handling of the investigation, which we still don't have a lot of answers. What is the thought process to, I am a dedicated friend, believer, and carrier of the torch of Charlie Kirk. I don't care about the First Amendment. I don't care about the investigation. I don't care to get answers when it comes to his death. I don't care how he felt about women in positions of power. I don't care how he felt and his emerging feelings about Israel, but don't attack Erika. Full stop. Candace, let him have it.
The thing about the Zionists, they always are forecasting something. Why are you freaking out about an investigative series if your whole premise is she's just an innocent grieving widow? Don't you appreciate how stupid you look? You're basically saying she's not a grieving widow. Obviously she's not, because if you investigate her, you're going to find something. Like, are you guys just not smart? Like, you should be like, oh, interesting. Well, she's great. So what are you going to investigate? No, they're like, pray for Erika. Someone's looking into her background. Pray. Oh, she will need your prayers. Her children need your prayers. They were doing that. Pray for her children. Why? Because she's at the office the whole time? Like, what was that? What was that freak out panic? When have we ever done anything to the children at all? Ever said anything? Of course, we want the children to be great. You should not be praying for the children because an investigative series is coming out about their mother who has chosen to be the CEO in her husband's stead. That's a decision that was made. Okay? So here we are. You want to be in the realm of politics. You want to be here. You want to be telling people who to vote for the future president of the United States in 2028. As you come out to Sparklers, okay, well then put on your big girl pants. You don't get to play the role of a grieving widow when people want to know who you are, especially when you're telling lies. How about that? Can we just go back to a little bit of common sense?
Now, under normal circumstances, I would have clocked the if you got nothing to hide, let me see your phone energy. That was if you got nothing to hide, let me see your phone. I've been hearing that for 30 years. I mean, they was asking to see my cordless. You know what I mean? They was asking to see my cordless phone. Well, I want to look at the touchpad. I'm gonna ignore the if you got nothing to hide, let me see your phone energy, and go with this. You don't actually have the ability to use that if your objection was immediate and reflexive and unyielding despite the emergence of all of this information.
Message!
Wow, Candace Owens now exposes Erika Kirk for lying about her date of birth and her parents for possibly committing marriage fraud. The marriage fraud one is fascinating. The date of birth just means she's an influencer in 2026. I mean, that's widespread. You know what I mean?
Point is, we learned from this newspaper clipping that Erika was born on November 20th, and she maintains that birthday today. But oddly, that would be news to her parents. Kent and Lori, for whatever reason, think that Erika was born 2 days later on November 22nd. We know this because of their divorce filings, which took place in 1998. On that divorce initial filing, Lori, who filed, lists Erika as having been born on November 22nd, multiple times. Now, in case you're thinking, well, maybe this was a mistake, you should know that the filing done by her mother, Lori, only has 4 statements of fact. It's effectively a one-pager. One of the facts is that Kent and Lori were married on November 20th, 1995 in Marblehead, Massachusetts. So they decided to get married on Erika's, what would have been Erika's 7th birthday. Okay, that's strange. I mean, at least the birthday she says she has, but this document is saying, no, she's born 2 days later, so I guess it wasn't her 7th birthday. Attached to this document, which was filed on July 20th, 1998, is another document that I can only assume was scanned in with an intention to further confuse people. It's a separation agreement, which is not notarized, it's not dated, so it's almost not relevant, and it completely edits the date of the marriage between Kent and Lori from November 20th, 1995 down to November 7th, 1982. A casual 13 years and 13 days wiped out, okay?
I got a question. If you could edit marriage dates, can you go reverse? Can you go revert, like push it into the future? No, because then she'd be like, you broke your vows. I say, no, I didn't. Because we wasn't married when that happened. We wasn't. Check it. See, we wasn't married when that happened.
Like I said, you can just ignore that because I think that document was just put in there to confuse people. Take it from me, I'm a notary.
You're a notary? You one of those people that got the sign outside? Who got their stuff notarized by Candace Owens? That's crazy. I wouldn't trust that.
Once again, the marriage date is listed, the initial marriage date between Kent and Lori, as November 20th, 1995 in Marblehead, Massachusetts. But oddly, you can see that somebody just went in and tried to edit that date by hand, afterward, adjusting the wedding date down this time to 1985, not 1982, hoping, I guess, that no one would catch that. I guess the unnotarized 1982 that we saw in the initial filing was too difficult. It would have been too obvious. So this time they're attempting to do it by hand and edit the date of marriage back just 10 years, not 13 years. This is not subtle, it is not normal, and it bothers me greatly. Take it from someone who is chronically being sued. That is not how modifications work on court documents. You can't just use a pen and write something on a divorce decree. You just can't do that. People have to initial, you got to date, you got to see who saw it. This is crazy to me. My suspicion, and again, this is just a general suspicion, is that this was done after the fact. Maybe someone had a friend down at the county clerk who was responsible for scanning those docs into the system. And they just kind of did that. Because that's not real life. That's just not real life.
It is pretty wild, but I'll be honest, Candace. The craziest thing I heard is, take it from me, somebody who's chronically being sued. I ain't never heard that before. Take it from me, somebody who's chronically being sued. Really?
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
No, that's a lie, because Trump actually says that all the time. Yeah, Trump's always like, I'm always in court taking for that is a Trumpism. So MAGA, you own that one. Now I see why she went with that line, because she figured that got you once.
There is a very strange thing happening right now where a young woman with absolutely zero professional qualifications has been inserted at the top of a charity organization that pulled in over $250 million last year. And the media is telling you that you have no right to know or to ask anything about her. The argument being made is that her husband was murdered. Therefore, she has a right to assume the position. And despite the fact that Turning Point USA is a literal charity and therefore it's not even have to pay tax on that $250 million plus or pay tax on the alleged future billions that it's due to rake in thanks to a deal with a man named Pierre. These talking heads are claiming that the public simply wanting to ensure the person who is running that organization is, I don't know, at a bare minimum, moderately honest about who she says she is. No, that inquiry makes you a monster.
Bombshell, Candace just uncovered Erika Kirk's secret early years, and it's wilder than anyone expected. Was Erika born a male? Tonight on The Bride of Charlie, Candace dropped the most mind-blowing connection yet. She giving her to Brigitte Macron? To Brigitte Macron? Aren't you still being sued by them? I get it. You like, oh, well, this is what I do. This is what I accuse people of being born a man. So it's not personal. It's not. That's what she flooding the zone. That's what Trump be doing. She flooding the zone. She got photos. That's. I'm not proud of this, but to all the kids out there, especially anybody 30 and under. That's how we used to look in the 90s. It is. That's how we used to look in the 90s. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. We not proud of it. For people who weren't alive in the 1990s, the pixie cut in many forms was very popular for women and girls. Here you got Winona Ryder, Meg Ryan, Celine Dion, and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You gonna do a short haircut post from the 90s and don't put Halle Berry? That's the most racist thing I've seen in 2026. That is the most racist thing I have seen since 2026. You're not gonna put Halle Berry on a short haircut montage from the 90s? Every salon had her in Strictly Business in the back. Hell no. There's a reason why I walked around junior high school looking disgusted at anybody who went past the ear. How dare you disrespect Halle Berry's legacy like that?
For once I can feel that somebody's heard my
Erika Kirk. If they not gonna mention Halle Berry, that's probably where you should go with your defense. That's probably where you go, Halle Berry, with your defense. That's why I think. You said what now?
Super tomboy, didn't like dresses. Everyone thought I was a little boy because I wore Jordan and all these different types of athletic clothes, and I was just a baller completely. My mom hated combing my hair because it was so knotty and my hair is super long and I didn't want it combed, and so we ended up cutting it like Bam Bam, just like straight across, bowl haircut. Even when we went to the grocery store, the people would be like, "Hey Sonny, you gonna take those groceries out for your mom?" And I was like, yes.
Did Candace see that? Ooh, boy. This about to get good. This about to get good. This about to be better than that time I saw Fat Beach and Belly back to back. That was a 90s double feature.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
I don't like that shit.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Well, we did it. We finally hit another milestone.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey, put your shirt back on. What you think, you in the cabinet? That's right, we passed 700. I ain't been this excited to pass 700 since I took my SATs. No, that was just on the math section. I didn't have a whole 700 score. Well, see, the SATs used to be out of 1600. You know, I'm not going to explain this to y'all. Y'all got me explaining the olden days, got me feeling old. I talk about the good old days and I get up limping for no reason whatsoever. Wikipedia is your friend.
Yeah, boy.
And as we always do, we gonna party. But I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to all the people whose work have led us here, starting with our editors, Denzel and Boz.
What? Bro, let's get straight to it. On my mama, we lit.
If y'all got issues with any of the videos, y'all blame them.
That's cold-blooded.
If you like it, then I did it, because I be editing sometimes too. You know when I edit because the audio be all over the place. You know, the audio get loud for no reason. That's how you know that I edited something. And of course, I want to give a shout out to my man David Threefall, who is not only responsible for all of the thumbnails, but as well as creating the intros and the outros for Street Politics and Troubled Waters and Races of the Week. He did them all. Who Raised Y'all? He organized and created all of those intros and outros that you see and enjoy on the channel. So shout out to him. And by the way, if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff, make sure you give him a shout.
I need it.
One day I'm going to show y'all some of the outtakes, some of the rejected scenes from the creation of all of those. That might have to hit the members channel before too long. But if you're looking for any of that kind of work, you can hit me up at admin@reesewaters.com and I will pass you along to him. Of course, our head moderator, Mrs. Ray, always keeping things moving and keeping things on point. Shout out to her, as well as for organizing my email.
Yeah!
Wouldn't nobody get answers if it wasn't for Miss Ray. Y'all just be like seeing an old classmate in the grocery store. I'm just gonna keep it pushing. If he don't see me, he won't miss me.
What do you mean by that?
And of course, where would we be without Regina doing the Lord's work on research? She reaches far and wide, and all of the ways in which you guys always talk about how the clips are always on time and relevant, and all the videos are so in depth and you get so much good context. That is thanks to Regina. So shout out to her. But she been sparing Ohio. I've been seeing how y'all been moving Ohio. Regina's trying to protect you. It ain't gonna work. I got something for you. I got something for you. Of course, I want to give a shout out to all of our current mods, including lovely Nola, Deshauna, Kristen, and I believe Mimi is on the way as well. Shout out to her. And of course, I got to give a shout out to all the people over at Patreon, especially the people that keep the Patreon chat moving. Did y'all know we have a 24-hour Patreon chat? Patreon.com/Reese Waters. My man TP and Daniel Witters and Keith Green and Treva, so many people out there, as well as people that actually go from Patreon to YouTube and back again. April Hughes, Denatra, Joyce Samples, Sarge Tech, Roberta, all you guys so much. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your love, all of your encouragement, keeping this channel going and get us pushing to and past 700K. 700K? What, they think we buying Nicki Minaj bots? That's too high.